Hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolves reporter Mr. Tim Spiers. Tim, Watford 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2.
Don't try and talk normally. Explain the situation.
So,
I forgot the camera.
So about 35 minutes into the game, when it's 0-0, I delve into my bag to charge the camera just in case it's got, not lack of juice, so to speak.
Right.
And can't find the camera, so had a little...
One job. One job.
Or two. But, so, yes, a little bit of a chase into Watford City Centre.
Yep.
Came back 55 minutes in, 1-1. And
missed 2 goals.
Yeah. And £280 lighter of pocket.
Quite.
And now we've got a selfie stick and we've got a camera and we're giving you a beautiful video.
So here we are.
Here we are. Look, what a fantastic result.
What a result. What day.
What a day.
Just you think the season's kind of petering out. There's Southampton and Brighton games. And then they've gone and done it. Two in a week. Two big wins. Wednesday was just so enjoyable for who the opposition were and how well Wolves played. Today was about guts.
Yeah.
It was a gutsy win today. They showed so much character. There is not, as we know, much to choose between these teams at all.
No.
Watford got the better of Wolves at Molineux. The FA Cup semi, it was what it was, but two very evenly matched teams. And again today, there was not much to choose. Could have gone either way. But Wolves got there and closed the game out really well, but it was a gutsy win. They've got so much character, this team. And all of a sudden, 7th is theirs for the taking.
Absolutely, and we'll talk about the ramifications of the result and other results around them. Look, Raul had a great chance first half, and I can't believe he missed it, but then revenge.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Because it wasn't the best start, was it? It was okay. Wolves, they didn't really have a foothold in the game, did they? Neither team did.
No, it wasn't a bad game of football early on, but neither team was giving much away.
Conditions weren't great.
This was great, very windy, and they were kind of cancelling each other out really. But it wasn't dull. You knew it was going to break out at some point, and then it did. Yeah, kind of half an hour in. Both teams had chances. Got to be said, Watford should have scored. Jimenez should have scored as well. It was a lovely move. Jota obviously involved.
Yeah.
And I think it was Dendonker's cross, and Jimenez couldn't quite convert. And then at the other end, Will Hughes has sent a free header over from 4 yards on a free header. Wolves should have been behind. Ryan Bennett's made a great challenge to stop Delafeu from shooting from about 12 yards. And then Wolves broke the deadlock.
Great goal.
Tell us about it then.
It's awesome. I'm in the back of an Uber and I say goal.
Brilliant. Jota at the heart again, a great cross, and Jimenez plants his header beyond Foster. It was just reward, I suppose, for a good first half performance. Johnny picks up where he left off at Arsenal. I thought he was superb again. Yeah. Jota again, this fearless running.
Do you think he's been given more of a licence, Johnny, or do you think it's just circumstances of the game?
He always gets forward. He always gets forward well, but not really with this kind of potency that we've seen in the last couple of games. Him and Jota do link up well. And we've seen a lot more of that, since a lot of people kind of saying, Vanagra, maybe his time to come in, but no, Johnny's saying no. He's been excellent the last 2 games.
Probably the best 2 games he's played, you'd have thought.
Probably, definitely.
And then, of course, you want no dramas in the second half, and then a bit of a disaster.
No,
he's had such a good season as well.
Ryan Bennett, you want to come out, keep it tight, don't give him anything. And Ryan Bennett is just a clanger, plain and simple. Passes it back towards his keeper, doesn't know Delafeu's there. Patricio actually does really well to kind of smother Delafeu's feet, but then Andre Gray, Wolverhampton born of course, slams it home from the edge of the box, and you're thinking the momentum's with Watford at this point, as we saw of course in the semi-final, but Wolves did well, showed this character that I mentioned earlier, to get back in the game, and it was pretty even from there on until the winner really.
And look, a draw wouldn't have been a terrible result, would it?
No.
I think that would have been. I think quite a few people would have taken that, but yeah, fantastic and a great winner because there was a certain error by a young goalkeeper.
Yeah, no, you wonder whether Nuno would have taken a point when it was kind of getting to 6 minutes to go, but from it was about 12 minutes to go. Neves with a great ball from deep, a really piercing cross from the kind of right wing back's position. So I thought it was Doherty at first, but it wasn't. It was Neves. Foster comes out. Ex-Albion keeper Ben Foster.
Ex-Albion keeper.
Of course, Wolves fans were already having a go at him at the start of the second half when he ran towards it. He was waving at them, and they were calling him a banker. And of course, he tweeted a few weeks ago after the semi-final defeat for Wolves, in which he didn't play.
Yes, exactly. Bizarrely,
did the Wolves the 5-1 thing that we've seen Albion fans do,
which Albion fans don't even like Ben Foster. So by the way he left, so it's quite bizarre.
Anyway, so yeah, it's him flailing at it. He misses the cross, and Jota's there to slam home. Not the easiest to finish.
No,
on the volley. Obviously, it's an empty net, but still, you do see them missed. But he keeps his cool. He smashes it in. And then the 12 minutes thereafter...
it wasn't too bad, was it?
Patricio, he just doesn't have much to do.
Just 3 games.
Brighton, he had nothing to do. Arsenal, he just has to pick the ball out of the net. And same again today, really. So, credit to the defence. They were organised. Since that Southampton horror show, I think they've really rallied at the back. And they look organised and hard to beat again. You've got to credit Bennett. I know he's made his mistake today, but Bennett coming back in, I think, has made a difference. Cody as well stepped it up. I thought he was very good today, and Bolly. They all were. They all played well today. They all played their part. Like I said, there was a lot of needle in it. There was a lot of needle in the stands.
There was a niggle, yeah.
It was a very good atmosphere. Watford fans obviously singing a lot about Wembley and such, and Wolves fans creating a great noise to our right hand side. There was needle in it, and on the pitch as well. You know, Neves left one in on Deulofeu early on, won the ball brilliantly. But he was limping for a while, and there was a lot of legs being left in, lots of little pushes when the ball's gone, little kicks when the ball's gone. There was a lot of that from both teams. There were a few tasty fouls.
Cheeky Holebas elbow on Jota as well.
I haven't seen that yet. I didn't see it at the time. I think he got a yellow card for it, and then Jota fouled in the box in stoppage time. By Kabasele, and for some reason the ref hasn't given that. He hasn't won the ball. Blatant penalty. So there was a lot of needle in it, and I'm sure Wolves have really enjoyed winning this one today.
Absolutely, it's going to be a good night for them back in Wolverhampton. Look, Everton have drawn 0-0 today at Palace. Wolves are 7th. Give me the connotations. Where does it stand at this moment in time?
Leicester host Arsenal tomorrow, and Leicester need to win all 3 of their remaining games. Right? What is behind that?
Because it's not going to happen.
If they don't do that, then Wolves will guarantee 7th by beating already relegated Fulham at Molineux next week.
Leicester's last 3 games, by the way, are Arsenal.
Yes, Man City, Chelsea. So, yeah, look, it's a long shot. Everton have really blundered today with a 0-0 at Palace, although they've got a tricky couple. I think they've got Spurs away to finish, Everton have. So Wolves are in pole position. If you can't beat already relegated Fulham on your last home game to guarantee 7th, however, Fulham have won 3 in a row. They are resurgent. They're very relaxed because they've got nothing to play for. That's the mindset that Wolves will hope to travel to Anfield on the final day with nothing to play for and do something special up there. But for the here and now, it's all about finishing 7th. Now, Nuno sat in a press conference today because Joe Edwards is
been covering Telford.
Is at Telford today for their big one.
The big game.
And
lost as well.
Big game.
They lost.
He might have dropped his laptop, it's not working, but we won't talk about that.
Well, we don't talk about that. We'll mock me. Forget about Joe Edwards.
We're not going to kill him. What was I saying? So, what was I saying?
About Nuno in the press conference.
Nuno press conference. So, people asking questions about Europe. Understandably, the fans are singing about Europe now. They've changed the song. Nuno is taking us to Europe.
Nuno loves that.
He's joining in. He doesn't want to talk about that. Now, do you know what? He makes a good point. It can be frustrating how he doesn't want to look ahead. But he makes a good point. Even if Wolves finish 7th, it doesn't mean Europe, does it? There's an FA Cup final to play on May the 18th, as we all know.
Of course.
So I kind of see his point, really. He made the point in his press conference how Wolves have now guaranteed a top half finish and nobody's mentioned it. And it's a good point because they're a newly promoted team.
It's a fantastic effort.
And when, do you know what? When they reached 40 points and when they were mathematically safe, no one batted an eyelid.
No.
Now I've got to say that is credit to Wolves and how they raised the bar.
It's a lofty expectations.
They've changed the mentality of the club. You've got to say, because in the past, and we've seen it in the past, when newly promoted teams get to that stage and then they completely flatten out when they've got 40 points. We've seen it with Pulis time and again, right? And other managers. Yeah. It's not happened with Wolves because they're setting the bar higher. I know your arm's getting tired.
It's fine.
I just point out. So I completely see Nuno's point. We should be celebrating finishing 10th, surviving, etc. But that's the mentality of the club.
Of course.
And that's the way they are now. They're aiming for 7th, and I think they'll get it.
Like you say, this bottom 6 hoodoo, but you've got to back them, don't you, at home?
You've got to back them at home. They'll be up for it. It'll be a tough game. We know how good Fulham are. We saw that last season. They've had a horrendous season. 19th doesn't reflect how good they are. or can be on their day. So it'll be a tough one. But like I said, if you're presented with that opportunity, start the season, you would have taken it, of course.
And Nuno's not going to talk about, even if they win the last 2 games, he's not going to talk about Europe until after the FA Cup final, is he?
And then he'll be on his holiday, so we'll never...
Convenient, yes, absolutely. Well, we'll talk about it after the FA Cup final, yes, hopefully. Right, should we leave the sensory room? Because we're not supposed to be in here, I don't think. But better not give it a plug. Watford 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. For all the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.